In recent years, Christian philosophers, led by William Lane Craig, have revived the Kalam Cosmological Argument, which they believe gives logical justification for belief in, or even proof of, the existence of God. The argument has several variations, but it basically goes like this. Everything that begins to exist has a cause of its existence. Craig considers this premise intuitively obvious based on the claim that something cannot come from nothing. The universe began to exist. This premise is based on the scientific evidence indicating that our universe began with the Big Bang 13.7 billion years ago. Therefore, the universe has a cause for its existence. This conclusion logically follows from the first two premises, assuming they're correct. Since no scientific explanation can account for the cause of the universe, it must be due to a personal agent, known as God, that chose to create the universe. Furthermore, this agent must be immaterial, timeless, spaceless, changeless, uncaused, beginningless, eternal, enormously intelligent, and enormously powerful. The arguments to support this conclusion include such claims as actual infinities cannot exist, the universe is too finely tuned to be natural, and God cannot consist of properties that didn't exist before the birth of the universe. Thus, the final conclusion is, therefore, God exists. For many theists, this is a persuasive argument for the existence of God. However, I have devised an argument similar to the Kalam that reaches somewhat different conclusions. I call it the Counter-Kalam Cosmological Argument, and it goes like this. Everything that begins to exist has a cause of its existence. Actually, this premise is questionable, since quantum mechanics and other theories in physics do allow for the spontaneous creation of universes essentially out of nothing. However, any proponent of the Kalam must accept this premise, since it's identical to premise 1 of the Kalam. Every thought or action requires a change in matter over time and space before it can begin to exist. The evidence for this premise is even stronger than the evidence that the universe had a beginning, since thought and action are defined by change over time, and all our direct evidence reveals that thoughts and actions occur as a direct result of observable changes in matter. Therefore, the cause of every thought or action must be material, temporal, spatial, changeable, caused, originated, and non-eternal. These conclusions logically follow because matter, time, and space began with our universe. Since the God of the Kalam cosmological argument is defined as immaterial, timeless, spaceless, changeless, uncaused, beginningless, and eternal, he must be incapable of thought or action, which by definition means he cannot be intelligent or powerful. Since the God of the Kalam possesses none of the prerequisites required for thought or action, he must be both mindless and impotent. This leads to one final conclusion. Therefore, God could not have created the universe. It also makes the question of whether God exists irrelevant. And there you have it. Using an argument similar to the Kalam, it's possible to conclude that God could not have created the universe, which ultimately makes the Kalam a more persuasive argument for atheism than it is for theism.